Now then guys, how you doing? I'm Craig and thank you for joining me today as we talk through the 4-2-4 double MEZZALA. Now for me, this is the most OP tactic going at the start of the FM22 cycle. I'm not listing it as that, as there will be many other creators and tacticians that believe that there's another tactic out there, but for me, this is my go-to when I'm in trouble. So as it is with every episode of the Tactical Masterclass, and like I said in every other episode, I use that term loosely as I am using the best teams on the game, I am using the best players on the game, but I'm using these players because they're going to have the biggest impact and be able to show what they bring to the team and the team's overall performance. So today we're going to be locking two players in to those double MEZZALA positions with Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva, like I say, going to be locked in now. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk through the tactic first, then we simulate forward till the end of the season, and then like I say, we'll see what impact they had on the team's overall performance. Right, so here we go then, we're looking at this 4-2-4 double MEZZALA. Now I'm playing with Silva and De Bruyne in the middle, because they are the most creative and defensively solid players in that middle of the park. Yes, you could argue that Fernandinho is, but basically what, he's a fogey now, and he's got to be the best part of 40. What is he, 36 I think? 36-year-old. God love him. He's about ready to retire. But we're going to play a tiki-taka on an attacking mentality, so looking at the team, I've got Edison in goal, who's currently on holiday. Off in Magaluf getting some raise, but he is a sweeper keeper on attack. So instructions-wise, he's got one individual instruction, that's to tackle harder. Two instructions that are part of his role is to dribble more and take more risks. We've got Cancelo as wing-back out on that left-hand side. He's playing as a support role. And he's got plenty of individual instructions, so pass it shorter, take more risks, crossing the byline, dribble more, shoot less often, sit narrower, close down more, tackle harder, and mark tighter. And he's got two instructions that are part of his role, so run wider with the ball and to get further forward. And that is the same for Walker out on the right-hand side. I've got two ball-playing centre-backs then, I've got Laporte and Diaz. They've got two individual instructions, that's to pass it shorter and close down less. And one instruction as part of the role is to take more risks. And then we've got the MEZZALA. So we've got Silva first of all, who's playing as a MEZZALA on attack. He's got no individual instructions, so he just takes more risks, get further forward, stay wider, move into channels and roam from position. And De Bruyne, who's going to be playing on the support, his instructions are to get further forward, stay wider, move into channels and roam from position. Out on the left-hand side then, we've got Jack Grealish. He's an advanced playmaker on attack. One individual instruction to pass it shorter. His other instructions are to shoot less often, dribble more, cut inside with the ball, take more risks, and cross less often. And then out on the other side, that's exactly the same for Mahrez. We're then playing Sterling, so I'm going to play Sterling up front. Yeah, I might get a bit of grief for that. I know he likes to play behind the striker in those wide areas. You've now only got Jesus, who is an out-and-out striker at the club. Obviously, you've got like players like Liam Delap and whatnot in the youth setup, but I'm going to give Sterling an opportunity up front. So he's got three individual instructions: shoot less often, tackle harder, and mark tighter. And then three instructions that are part of his role. That's to hold the ball, take more risks, and move into channels. And I'm playing him as a deep line forward on attack. Gives him the opportunity to get into this position here. And then I've got the advanced forward, which is Jesus, like I say. He's on attack duty. He's got two individual instructions: get further forward and move into channels. So playing that attacker mentality is OP. You've got to have a real quality defence when you're playing this way. Like I say, I use this tactic when I've got in trouble. I'm trying to get myself away from a relegation zone or to get into a top 6 for European football. But you do ship a lot of goals at the back. So in possession then, our attacking width is fairly wide. Our approach play is to play out defence and to overlap left and right. Passing directness is slightly shorter, tempo is higher. In the final third, we work the ball into the box and we run at the defence. In transition then, we counter press when possession has been lost, but as soon as we win the ball, we hit them on the counter. We distribute to the flanks and our goalkeeper likes to throw it long. And out of possession then, we've got a much higher line of engagement but only a higher defensive line. We like to force the opposition outside. We use tighter marking. We like to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. We only do that more often. You know, that's a trigger press. And then tackling, we get stuck in. So looking at set pieces then, attacking corners, we're going for that front post, as you do. It's an OP set piece that guarantees you goals, and we're doing that left and right. Defensively, it's the bog standard first routine with one player sat on the halfway line and everybody else in the box. And then throw-ins wise, we're just going to play long throws left and right. Again, whipping that ball into the box, guaranteeing goals. So looking at the competitions then that we've got an opportunity to win. We've got the Premier League, which, you know, we've just got to knock Liverpool out the way and we should be winning the league fairly comfortably. Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup and the Community Shield where we take on Leicester. So there's an opportunity here to get 5 trophies this season. And finally then, why have I chosen Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne as my Mezzalas? Now, attributes wise, they're incredible for the position. Obviously, they're both world-class players anyway. But the main attributes needed: dribbling, first touch, passing, technique, work rate, vision, off the ball, stamina. Natural fitness is 17 as well. Balance, 16. Decision making's composure, anticipation. Everything that he needs, he's got in an abundance. And that's also the same for Kevin De Bruyne. Technically though, De Bruyne is incredible. So the Mezzala, what is it? Basically the Mezzala is a central midfielder that likes to drift wide. So when we read it here, this is the modern interpretation of a Mezzala. A central player that likes to drift wide and operate in half spaces. The Mezzala is essentially a central half winger who likes to do his defending slightly further up the field, although he does generally have less defensive responsibility. So what we're saying is, those guys aren't really defending, so I'm relying heavily on my back four. And like I said before, the more attacking you are, the more goals you're likely going to concede. So with that in mind then, we're going to simulate forward till the end of the season, and hopefully we'll see that, first of all, we've won the league. That's the big thing. Are we strong enough to knock Liverpool out the way? And once we've done that, we'll look at the impact both Silva and De Bruyne have had on the team. So the season's over then, guys, and the first thing that we can see is that we finished second in the league. Manchester United top of the league, can you imagine? No, not even in your wildest dreams would Manchester United win the league, but we finished second place, so we've blown it. 28 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses, and that's the issue that you have. Even a team as good as Manchester City playing this 4-2-4 attacking is hard work, but you can see there, goals scored, 101 goals we managed to score. We conceded 39, which in fairness isn't as bad as I expected. Plus 62 goal difference, which is the highest in the league, but 4 points in front of Liverpool. So we managed to knock Liverpool out the way, but Manchester United doing us. Looking at our overall performance in the competitions then, I say second in the league. We were knocked out in the quarter-final of the Champions League by Liverpool, knocked out in the 5th round of the FA Cup by Tottenham. We did win the Carabao Cup, and we didn't even win the Community Shield. So let's just have a look at those results first of all. Realistically, I want to look at the biggest wins. So we had a 7-3 victory over Ajax, a 7-2 victory over Chelsea. We had 25 shots, 15 on target. That is unbelievable. Chelsea getting absolutely smashed 7-2. 5-4 over Ajax, 5-4 at Luton, 5-2 against Arsenal, 5-2 against Wolves. There's plenty of goals there. What about goals conceded then? We lost 5-0 to Milan, 3-0 to Liverpool, 4-1 at Leicester, 4-1 at Burnley. That's not what you want at all, as Burnley were the better side as well. 23 shots, 11 on target, 52% possession. They just had our number, and that's the thing with being so open. And as you can see there from the player rating, Silva with a 6.9, De Bruyne with a 6.6. And then looking at player stats wise, I do not believe this was not what I intended to happen. Kevin De Bruyne scored 29 goals this season. Let's have a look at him. 18 goals in the league with 13 assists, 5 in the Champions League, 2 in the FA Cup, 3 in the Carabao Cup as well. That is a good effort. From a guy that's played in his centre midfield to score 29 goals across the course of a season is some achievement. He also had the highest average rating with a 7.4. Bernardo Silva with 20 assists, so how did he get on from the midfield as well? And bearing in mind he was playing the more attacking role, he got 13 goals and 13 assists, so he scored 22 in all competitions as well. With Ruben Dias had best pass completion, 95%. Most player of the match awards was Kevin De Bruyne with 9. Most yellow cards, Cancelo with 21. And most red cards, I had 6 players that got red cards. In the Premier League then, we scored 101 goals, which was the best. We conceded 39, which was the 4th best. 90 yellow cards across the season, which was the 2nd worst. And 3 red cards in the Premier League. But just looking at this tactic, then obviously playing the double Mezzala. Now, Silva and De Bruyne have obviously set the world alight. But how have my strikers done? So Jesus had 22 goals, 14 in the league. And then Delap's ended up being in up there as well. He's got 11 goals. And this guy's a youngster, 19-year-old. And don't get me wrong, he's a very good player. But he can score 8 goals in the Premier League, 11 in all competitions. Shows you how attacking this is. And then looking at our general performance in the data hub then, so goals per game scored was 2.66. We were expecting 2 goals a game anyway, but we blitzed that. Goals conceded again was 1.03, and that is high, isn't it? Let's be honest. But pass completion, 86.17%. Shots on target ratio, 45%. Tackles won, 78%. But we definitely dominated in the goal score there. There's no clearer picture, and especially in our shots per game, 16.61. The average team in the league was getting 13.6. But nothing more than you would expect for a team that's playing attacking and 4 up front. So looking at the assists from my players then, you can see Kevin De Bruyne is in there, highly creative and high assister, and so is Bernardo Silva. The top player there is Bruno Fernandes, also Manuel Lanzini, but De Bruyne and Silva getting the assists. Also for aggressive shooting and high quality shooting, you can see all of our players are more or less grouped together, with Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne leading the way. And then when we look at our team as a whole, there you go, we are a country mile better than anybody else. Obviously Liverpool and Manchester City trying to catch us. But team performance wise, very good. If we could just be more solid at the back, that is where the issues have arisen, when we finally then will leave by recapping our Premier League table, where we finished in second place to Manchester United. I think the big thing would be if we just dropped off that mentality, went to a more balanced approach, or maybe even, drop it down one to positive. That would give us more of an opportunity to potentially concede less goals, maybe score less goals. But it was definitely the conceding of the goals that's cost us, and you look at that result against Burnley. Those things happen, unfortunately. So there you go then, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you think there's any other good pairings that would make the double MEZZALA work. Put that in the comments and I'll check them out. But thank you very much for watching. As always, stay safe and I'll catch you later. Ta-ra.